Good morning, friends. It is morning here. It's very early. It's 6:40 in the morning. I woke up earlier and I thought I'm recording a little video that I then post. I'm not starting with my guitar today. It is too early and it could be a bit too loud. So I thought, what am I gonna set the mood with? If I wanted to set the mood, and I'm not sure if you have heard of Rumi, a poet out of when was he born? A long time ago, 17 maybe. He's a Persian poet that has never dropped 1 minute of actuality. His poems are so deep that they carry a truth that seems everlasting, like you would find in other very, very deep writings. On the contrary, yesterday's newspaper, not worth reading. It's shallow to begin with, and it's old after not even a day. On the contrary, if you look at deep writing, let's go to the Bible or the Gita. "2,000 or more years old and still as good as it was this morning or yesterday." There's a big difference. Now Rumi is, what does he say? He says wonderful things. You could go and Google him and find more. I read a couple of them. As you start to walk on the way appears, is one of Rumi's sayings. Be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop. It's another one of Rumi's sayings. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Rumi. I would like to say another one. My God, if you see your beauty, you will be the idol of yourself. Well, you have heard my kitties coming in. He's an inside-outside kitty. He's free. He goes in and out how he's pleased. Luckily, we can do that here. There's hardly any cars around where I live. Rumi. Let's see if I can remember something that I read elsewhere. Uh, you're knocking on the door opens and you find out you've been knocking from the inside. What does that mean? That you are already what you're seeking. Are you seeking anything? Do you know if you do or not? Often it looks like we're going towards a certain thing just to find out, maybe to find out that we are not going towards that thing. We are running away from something. This is worth a contemplation. And to discover and to discover, are you running away or are you going towards something? What I mean is I love, for example, I have a hobby, and hey, he likes to talk. And when I do that hobby, often I find out that I'm not really going towards that hobby, but I'm running away from this moment. I'm escaping. And it happens frequently and so easy. Thank you for joining me in another little video that I post, and listening to what I have to say. The pauses in between the talk, I sure hope that the silence comes through as well. Eckhart Tolle was once contemplating, how do you listen to silence? By acknowledging it, by noticing it, the existence, and perhaps you can refrain from the compulsive need to fill that silence. Or sometimes I get really frustrated with my neighbor. He likes to listen constantly to music. I mean, there's not a minute go by in for him in the outside garden, and he listens to music, and it's like, oh my goodness. Well, he could have enjoyed the beautiful silence that is offering space and room for nature to unfold in an acoustic way. He fills it with whatever music he finds. Well, is it better? Is it not better? I don't know. Lately, he actually is not turning the music as loud and not on as frequently. And then I have then I feel better for him. I think he's better. the whirling dance of mind. It is our limitation and it is our bar. Sri Aurobindo uses that saying, it's the bar and the limitation, the human mind. It brought you here. It's a wonderful, but it also is the limitation, because how do you go further? It is not the pinnacle of human development. It would be, if this would be the pinnacle of human development, it'd be not so good. I mean, look what's going on in the world. Humanity is not at large, not doing so hot. And what is our development, and what is it we really need? How do we evolve? Grow a third arm? I don't think so, not at this time. But go past the mind, transcend it, and this is the way to do it, to discover that there is these two stories, past, future, constantly. And the moment we are in is so reduced to a stepping stone, constantly ignored. The value it has, actually, it has reality on its own as far as I know. I'm sitting here, but the past and future stories we have constantly, they don't have reality on its own. They're just stories. They are often called lies. They're often called the dream, spiritually speaking, asleep. That is what we're talking about here too. It's not any different than any other spiritual talk. It makes you aware of that. And and here I am again with this loneliness epidemic we are having, where they say every other, in America, every other person is lonely. I feel that it has to do with that too, that the pardon, the missing of the now and its authenticity is depriving us of human connection. Today in my world here, it's the day where I go and study the Bible with other fellas that are interested in doing so. Strangely enough, I started that when I was a boy, and then I stopped and I studied other things and scriptures, and now I'm returning to look at this so much deeper. I have developed such an appreciation for Jesus' sayings. Goodness, is he a powerhouse in my books, in my perception. He really says wonderful things, and is teaching at a time, if he has ever lived, and I do think he has, but it was dangerous to do that. If you said too much or the wrong thing. And well, we all know what has transpired. Well, at least we've been told that's what have transpired. They nailed him on the cross. But what I wanted to say initially is it is a Bible study, yes, is great. But there's all these other people, and I appreciate seeing them for about an hour or so, and they do what they do, and take away from that what they want to take away or can. A chance to get together with my friends, or studying the Bible, or doing our hobby. I'm interested in airplanes, in remote control airplanes, and so I have some friends that we do our hobby together. But we also go out for breakfast, and that's fine. We could, in all these togethers, the human is the center point for me. The hobby is of relative importance, and the Bible is of relative importance. Even so, I dislike to even say that when it comes to the Bible. I like Jesus and his words very, very much, and think that it's incredible jewels in that book to find. When I come here to YouTube, and was the hope of you watching it, and I get to share some of my moments. The humanness is what's in focus. Well, this video is a little longer already than the others, I think, and I would like to keep them for now at a certain length, so you're not getting discouraged to sit with me. So thank you very much for listening and sharing into what I am offering in this way. Have a very, very wonderful day. It's up to me. And namaste. See you next time. Bye-bye.